Imagine calling 911 during an emergency, but there aren't enough people to answer the phone. While that situation isn't that dire yet, reporter Joel Filomeno joins us now to explain how 911 call centers are addressing the shortage of workers. Joel?
Taylor, according to the National Association of State 911 Administrators, one in every one-third of 911 call centers across the country reported at least one job vacancy in 2022. Organizations at the county, state, and local level are working together to combat the shortage.
More 911, what's the address to the emergency?
This is just one of thousands of 911 calls the City of Moore dispatch answers each month.
In the month of June, we had just over 5,000 calls for service for the month. So those are either calls that dispatch gets directly or calls that are received over the radio.
Cohen says the 911 call center is in need of more dispatchers.
Every year we try to increase our staffing because we're hiring more and more police officers and it's getting busier and busier out there.
Certified dispatchers and actually flow those across this entire region.
911 coordinator for the state of Oklahoma, Lance Terry, says there is a growing deficit in dispatchers.
We had 1,399 positions with only 829 dispatchers filling those positions. And we set shift minimum is pretty much all the time. So when you think about that, that means 32% of the time someone's having to fill with overtime in the state.
According to the National Association of State 911 Administrators, 36% of 911 call centers reported fewer positions filled in 2022 than in 2019. One place mitigating the shortage of 911 dispatchers is Metro Technology Centers at their South Bryant campus.
We are in the new Public Safety Academy building, and inside this room specifically is going to be the new 911 call center.
Metro Technology Center's Superintendent Aaron Collins says that the funding for this new facility came from a 2019 city bond.
We're already spending quite a deal of taxpayers' money for training. So how can we do that in such a way that helps out the community? And so we combine the two. Training and a 911 call center together supports our community.
Metro Tech Center students will learn firsthand on how public safety operates while obtaining essential certification.
CLEAT 1, 2, 3, and 4, one place to be able to do that certification. Also for fire. And so this will be a place for fire safety and be able to get your basic firefighter safety 1 training here at Metro Tech.
The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office partnered with Metro Tech Centers to provide a police officer certification program within the new facility.
What Metro Tech is known for is providing students who are work ready the second they walk out the door.
Public Information Officer Aaron Brilbeck says the need for dispatchers is crucial.
There's always a need for good dispatchers. It's a very difficult job. It's a very taxing job. Mentally, physically, emotionally, it can be extremely difficult. And oftentimes when people sign up for the job, they don't really realize the huge emotional toll that it takes.
And I've been in the business 34 years. I've been a trainer. I've had trainees cry all the way to work and cry all the way home because it's very intense. It's an intense job. Very, very rewarding, but very intense.
Lance Terry says it's difficult being a 911 dispatcher without proper training.
So when you're an army of one and you're literally by yourself in a single dispatch environment and you don't have the training and you don't have the tools to be successful, there's no way that you're going to want to stay at that job for very long.
Tammy Cohen from the City of Moore says the job of a dispatcher requires multitasking.
People get into the job and aren't really completely aware of what all we have to do. But we're listening to radio traffic, answering phones, talking on the radio. You have to be a very good multitasker.
Governor Kevin Stitt signed House Bill 1590 into law this past May. The bill would modernize the state's 911 service and require telecommunicator CPR training for dispatchers.
It'll include telecommunicator CPR, so if they dispatch ambulances from their center, then they will have to have telecommunicator CPR, which instructs callers how to provide CPR over the phone, which doesn't happen in Oklahoma.
Terry says the bill also changes how location data from phones are collected.
Basically, take these little computers we carry in our pockets and get the location data, just like Uber gets and Pizza Hut gets and whoever else you use. We can take that, run it through servers to find out where does the call really need to be sent and what's the dispatchable address as soon as we answer the call. Passing this legislation and pushing it forward to change our technology and also provide this mandatory training, I think has helped or will help with the success of this MetroTech Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office partnership.
Brillbeck hopes that the new MetroTech Center's public safety facility will ease pressure for other call centers.
That room right now is a pressure cooker, and you're getting calls ranging from people needing help with domestic issues to people whose houses are on fire to police officers who need help right now.
The Association of Central Oklahoma Governments runs the 911 Institute of Oklahoma.
911, what's your emergency?
The association trained over 1,200 dispatchers over the last decade. Lance Terry says more should be done to help train future dispatchers.
We need to give them the tools, we need to give them the technology to be able to be successful, but then we need to train them to be successful too.
Cohen says that the job of a dispatcher is crucial since they are often first responders.
Their role is very critical in gathering the most important and pertinent information to making sure they get the right address, the right unit sent for people. Without the dispatcher, nobody's going to get any help.
Metro Technology Center's new Public Safety Academy is expected to open its doors to students starting this September.